failing our athletes, annoying the refs, and living proof that there's no such thing as a stupid question. Unless we're the ones asking it. From game highlights, to hot takes, to totally unqualified opinions. We're bringing the BS booster style!
Practice your BS. BS.
Practice.
BS. Say it. BS.
BS.
BS. Deeper.
BS.
A little bit more emphatic. BS. There you go.
All right, here we go. Welcome to episode number 146 of the BEBC
BS.
podcast. Very good. Hey, we want to welcome to the table this morning.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Blaze Rip
Appreciate it.
Mr. Noah Schrader. Welcome back.
I'm back.
It was funny. I was in line at the concession stand last night, and the couple that sits a couple rows behind us goes, "Where's that loudmouth guy that usually sits with you? Haven't seen him in a couple weeks." I said, "He's here tonight." So,
Well,
back.
I got that going for me.
There you go. Also, we have sitting in this morning all the way from Lakeland, Florida. I was going to say
Your young understudy.
Not my understudy. Your understudy.
Okay. Statsman.
Mr. Blaze Spangler from Lakeland, Florida. Welcome, sir.
Hey,
Blaze
welcome.
came in town with his mom and his grandmother to witness what happened last night, and he got to see about his
Bloody, gory game against McKinney Boyd.
It was a 63-0 Allen victory.
Bloodbath.
I
Over
was
half
expecting a win, but not
Or-
by that much.
Yeah.
580 to 30. What
Oh
was
no, it got worse.
Oh, it was horrible.
605 to 34. So it was ugly. So we'll start off with the 146th game in the history of Allen Eagle football was not a 63-0 victory. We are still back in 1974, before you were born,
Way before.
before you were
Way
born.
before.
And the rest of us were alive, I guess.
No, I wasn't.
You were too.
Not 64, I was not.
74.
Oh, 74, yes. Okay.
Here we go. he's out.
Maybe I'm not quite all
Put
here.
the phone in timeout.
He's not in practice. He put the phone down.
I know, he's being good.
1974, the Allen Eagles were 4-3, 1-1 in district after beating Princeton last week. Oh, they lost to Princeton. I'm sorry, 16-12. They went to play, or Farmersville came in town. One of the two. Maybe somebody who was there can remember that game. Randy Bridges, Jill Bridges. Which one of you? Farmersville, a district game. Allen beats Farmersville 26-14 to move to 5-3 on the year, 2-1 in district. So congratulations to them. And so we're looking for the 146th victory in the history of Allen
victory.
Eagle football. If you remember last week, the 145th victory came against Dallas Lincoln in the bi-district round of the playoffs, 26-9. The next week, in the regionals, God, this is so weird to think, they played Wilmer Hutchins.
Wow.
Wow.
And they lost 42-21. So that ended the 1986 season. So we roll into 1987. The Allen Eagles opened the season against Midlothian.
Wow.
All right.
Oh.
What?
We're
This
just
is awesome to go back and
gallivanting all across the Metro
the
mess,
Metroplex.
man.
And the Eagles start the season with a 35-7 victory over Midlothian
We have an offense.
for their 146th victory.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable. Congratulations to the 1987 Allen Eagles. Wasn't as impressive as last night, but it was impressive nonetheless. Before we get started, a couple things. Congratulations to the women's volleyball team, who are now in the playoffs.
Yay.
Won their
District champs.
district champs,
They're bi-district
bi-district champs, but they won their opening round playoff Friday or Thursday night against Coppell.
Uphill, yep.
At Hebron.
And this week they, who did McCray tell me they play? I can't remember. But if they win Tuesday night, I think is when they're back at it, Monday or Tuesday night. Then they face the number 1 team in the
Oh,
nation,
jeez, Byron Nelson.
Byron Nelson. And Allen is without Maya, their star player.
She injured?
She is not injured. She's at the.
She's a part of the
She's trying to make the 17
USA.
and under.
Yeah, 17
Oh,
under.
okay. Yeah, the national
US
team. Yeah.
Larry told us yesterday that if she makes it, she won't be back until the 4th round, so they'd have to go through Byron Nelson without it. Not that they can't, but that's a tough row to hoe there.
Yeah.
Arlington Martin's who they're playing.
I bet she
they
wants
play
to be
Martin.
with her teammates, though. Man, that's
It's probably
That's
hard,
tough.
but timing is what timing is.
yeah, and the
advantage.
future. You got to make your future. That's right.
Opportunities.
But yeah, so they played
That's right.
Arlington Martin this what day.
So did Byron Nelson not have a player pulled up for that as well? Interesting.
The 4th.
That's Tuesday. So Tuesday. Yeah,
Gotta
but Byron
keep it
Nelson
positive, keep it positive.
They won. They dropped their first set of the year, I think, the other night. And no, their first. They really? I thought.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they've won 74 or 75 matches in a row, so it's looming out there for them. So, congratulations to them. Also, want to give a shout out to Randy Bridges, who made us some new magnets, which came late yesterday, so we didn't get them to the guys last night. But we have,
We'll be
player
ready
of the
for the
game.
playoffs.
and we
We'll be
also
ready.
have 25-26 playoff players of the game. So when playoffs roll
We're
around,
ready.
it'll be different magnets for the boys.
Ready.
And we'll-
Thank you, Randy.
And we better go through all those playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we better.
Yeah, we don't want a magnet left.
You're gonna say something? No. We
You had that look.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk, I can say stuff.
it's okay.
Don't go back to what you were saying.
What was I gonna say? Players of the game last night. We'll get that out of the way before we talk
Yep,
to Coach
yep.
Wig here. Offensively, we gave
Ty Snell
Snell.
and
Which-
I'm
Andre
going on
Jackson?
record as opposed to this player of the game selection.
Thank you for your dissension.
You're welcome.
That's why this is a democracy. Everybody has a vote, but
Carter.
But you got outvoted.
Carter Harris
Man.
had a really nice game.
Carter Harris had 3 receptions.
That were just out
All
of this
beautiful.
freaking
Each
world.
one was beautiful.
Yeah.
More beautifuler than the last one.
He had over 100 yards receiving and a
That
really
was pretty good.
spectacular.
He worked for that second one.
I didn't
Or was
think
the
that
last
first one could have been topped, but that second one where that defender was like going,
I got it.
"I got it,"
I
and
got
all of
it.
a sudden he goes, "Nope,"
You ain't got
and
it.
just kept on going.
Oh, yeah.
Went up. I mean, he got up high.
That was nice.
That was so pretty.
So,
Yeah.
and on defense, and we'll talk about it in the first series.
Number 8,
Number
Jabri
8,
Wafer.
UTEP commit Jabri Wafer just had a phenomenal.
Yeah,
We
First
heard it
half.
from our seats.
yeah. That
Yeah.
blind side. I mean, he just smacks the crud out of him. Tim Drake scoops the ball and TD.
Off we go, and it
and
was
that kind of dictated the way that whole game was.
yeah. And I think if you look at what the expectations were last night, I don't think what happened was any different than what anybody might have expected.
Yeah,
I thought we'd score one more.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get 70.
I called it 63.
The question to me was,
You said they would get 7.
you
though.
just came off your biggest game of the year. How do your kids respond? Are they a little lackadaisical? Are they not? Because if you looked at the Prosper game,
Are
they
they
played
fired up?
Princeton on Thursday night, and that was a 21-14 game at one point. Obviously, Prosper ended up winning big, but it was like, okay, are you playing with your food? Are you having a little letdown from what happened the week before?
Yeah,
And it works the same way if you win a game like that, because then you roll into a game which you should win with ease.
Yeah.
And the question is, are you going to perform like that? And I know Coach will probably have some things that he wants to clean up. I know he was mad about the kicking game at some point. He wanted the
I don't think he wanted it in the end zone.
no.
yeah. Well, and talking about the overall of the game, Japri set the tone.
Yeah.
They ended up having 46 total plays, and we had 71.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of dominating. We were, that last drive we did before the end of the game, 13 plays, just to take a knee, on the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you want it done.
I think I looked. I think they had 11 possessions, 9 of them ended up in punts. And then they had one right before the half, and then they went for it on fourth down once and didn't get it.
Yeah.
So when you can make somebody punt 9 out of the 11 times they have the ball, you're doing something right.
Man, their first half rushing stats was quite impressive.
It's horrible.
It's tough when you're getting sacked every other play. Like James said a minute ago, we walked in here, he goes, yeah, they had 3 plays. They had, run, pass, and you lost yardage on every one of them.
Well, their leading rusher at halftime had an average of, what did we say?
Minus
.85 yards a carry. And he had a number of them, like 7 or 8 rushes.
Yeah, and when you're rushing is minus 23 yards and hurts your overall yardage. That's tough.
It was tough. And
Takes
I
away
had
from the passing game.
Hargis a note during the week, said, listen, we got, a shutout on the bingo card this week, so let's make it happen. And by golly, if he didn't do it. His response to me was, I just want us to play good defense this week.
There you go.
Because there were obviously some things last week against Prosper that the defensive staff looked at and said, that wasn't good defense.
Right.
And
that'll lose you a game if you're not careful.
Yeah, he had I won't repeat his quote to us at tailgate, but he had a pretty good quote about a couple players on a certain play. Okay, so he feels like we do sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, what do
Well,
you
and stats wise, I mean, the passing game was horrible. They had 46% completion, 36% completion, in their backup quarterback, and then we had Jeremiah was a little off.
I didn't understand that.
52%, and then Ty Snell was on 81.8%, so 82% completion, which was fantastic.
What I saw out of that kid last night, we're going to have some fun for the next few years.
Yeah. You're not kidding me. It's
he
going to
can
be
definitely sling it.
Oh,
So.
my gosh.
So,
and then who knew Dowd was so dang fast, man? Outrun everybody.
If you go back to 7-on-7, and I don't know if you remember this conversation. I don't know. You weren't. It was just me and the 2 quarterbacks. It was Winger and Dowd
out there warming up,
and we were talking about their rushing yardage, and Jeremiah, he threw out, because he came from McKinney. He goes, my longest runs ever were against Allen last year, because he had 2 touchdown runs against Allen.
Yeah.
One of them was like 30 yards, and he goes, that was my longest run ever. And then I asked Winger, I said, hey, Nate, what's your longest? And he goes, maybe 10 yards. And so, but I didn't realize, and it was a great read. No, I turned to Nolan and I said,
He pulled it. He saw that guy bearing down on the.
And he cut it that way
back.
just at the right time, and
unbelievable, 71-yard touchdown run.
That was beautiful, and he was weaving in and out of traffic. You'll see on the highlight. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. I was surprised at his speed too. I was like, he's not going to make it.
So even though he didn't get Offensive Player of the Game, he still had some highlights.
He did. Yeah,
that
you
was
can
nice.
have highlights and not be the player of the game. So
You can't be a star every week.
Well, we try to be. Great tailgate yesterday. We had the Silver Eagles join us. So you had a bunch of Balding Eagles and a bunch of Silver Eagles. And for those of you who don't know who the Silver Eagles are, it's a group at Allen of senior citizens over the age of 55 that have been together a couple years now that just enjoy learning all about the district and doing events together. And they came
banded
out
together. They're riding a bunch of 3-wheeled Vespas, terrorizing the neighborhoods.
the hoods. They're doing demonstrations.
Eagles in the hoods.
Yeah, Eagles in the hoods.
They're going to be like the Shriners in the parade.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. But yeah, we had a good time with met some people, and Nolan cooked up their hot dogs for them. And,
Hello.
We had chili night. And it was a good night all around.
David's amazing chili. Thank you, David.
It's really good.
That was good.
It was
He
good.
does it every year, and we look forward to it. And
So good.
It's a lot of work. But when you have a chili that has 13 pounds of meat in it, you know it's going to be good.
dadgum, it's in a pot about that,
Yeah.
It's huge,
that big around.
So David and Jackie will be eating chili for the next 6 months.
I think the kids at Awana are going to be eating chili
That
too.
might be true too. I might take it to church tomorrow and get that out of the way.
I had the first results of it just earlier.
Oh, you did not.
Yeah, Nolan had a little blowout in the back room.
Oh, stop. My portion.
I was going to leave it at that, but then you just went right ahead and.
Well, hey, Allen's not the only team that can have a blowout.
Here we go.
You get a blowout. You get a blowout.
Everybody gets a blowout. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we have Coach Wig in like 1 minute. It'll be interesting to see what his take was last night. He had some moments last night where he was on the officials about a couple things, and I always love seeing him talk to officials. It's like, when he goes, those moments when he really goes after him, it was something big, because he doesn't.
And he talked about that before in one of the games where he's going after the officials, being very aggressive because the other team is doing something that could injure our players. That's when he gets real protective.
Yeah, I don't know what it was last night, but one was on.
Well, it was that
the lineman downfield.
The lineman downfield. I'm like, that play happened so fast. How could someone be downfield?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but he was.
And then one of the other fouls that they were going to call pass interference, but it was clearly over their head, and so he waved it off. He waved it off.
Yeah, Nolan yelled at that ref, and he hurt him. So here we go. See what he's up to this morning. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing really good. A little bit hoarse, but
we had a lot of things to yell at, but it wasn't necessarily anything bad last night. We were just yelling to yell.
Yeah.
You were doing a little yelling last night.
Yeah, we saw you get a little excited a moment or two
with the refs.
I don't remember that part.
Love it. We always wonder, because we just talked a minute ago about it. I said when Coach Wig talks to the officials, it's usually something pretty blatant or pretty obvious, because you're pretty good with them for the most part. So we know that when you're having a chat, there's something to be discussed.
Yeah. Well, they call they called a lineman downfield. Which happens in football, certainly. But we're a big RPO team, and when you are and you major in that, like we major in it, it's all about timing, and we call it on certain plays that we know where the linemen are going to be, and it's almost physically impossible in our RPO game to be downfield. And the rule on that is, it's kind of like a quarterback scrambling and throwing a pass. His whole body could be beyond the line of scrimmage, but if he has a toenail at the line of scrimmage, it's legal. But, right. Well, for lineman downfield, you have to be completely beyond 3 yards downfield when the ball leaves the quarterback's hands.
Right.
Well,
3 yards.
Again, that's hard to do. Now, they change it at different levels, but ours, that's what the rule is. And so anyway, he called it, and I just don't like bad calls when not that didn't have a bearing on the game. It wasn't that, but it's just that the way the game's supposed to be played and called, and I don't know. Yeah, it was frustrating because when you look on film and we're not beyond 2 yards. We're at about 1.5. So it's just frustrating.
And it was the ref. It was the umpire behind the.
He's typically the one gonna call it, which I think mechanically doesn't make sense either.
Exactly. How can you tell where the guy is? Exactly.
Yeah, you should have help from the side.
Yep.
But and it's another one of those things. What I told him is, that's a call that you make when it's not in question. Like, you can't say, "Oh, he was 3.1 yard beyond it." Let me throw it, because you can't tell that.
Yeah.
But you certainly can't do it when he's not quite 2 yards beyond it. So anyway, just bad.
Well,
especially when we're talking. I'm talking to the quarterbacks about, we busted a read on an RPO earlier, and then we executed, and then they call it just frustrating. I just like good ball, but that was good ball on our part.
Right.
Yeah.
We're glad you stand up for all of us who see the same things you do. We appreciate that, being our voice.
Yeah.
Because they can't hear us, so. Or they ignore us, one of the two.
Yeah, well, they ignore me too.
Well, yeah, I hear you. We talked a little bit earlier about, this was one of those weeks where the expectation for your team was, okay, this should be a victory for Allen, but you're coming off your biggest game of the year, and how are your kids going to respond? And we talked about win or lose that Prosper game, because Prosper had the same issue. How are they going to respond to the loss? How is Allen going to respond to a big victory and then playing somebody who they typically should beat? And we thought your team came out and looked really sharp, really early, and the whole game, even down to the last player who played was really into the game.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it just goes back again that, we're very conscious of that, right? Not just that game, but every game, right? And it has been a very, very, very concerned effort on our part that opportunities to play the game are opportunities for us to show what we did throughout the week. And it's not, I don't know, everyone knows this, but it's not that we show up on Friday night and play a game. We don't beat Prosper or lose to Prosper, whatever would have happened, and then how do you respond the next week? Our week started the Saturday morning after that, right? So it's okay, here we are, here's what we did well, here's what we did bad. Okay, how do we go attack it Monday? How do we attack it Tuesday? How do we attack it Wednesday? How do we fine-tune it Thursday? How do we show whether or not we improved on it on Friday? Who's the other team? They're in a white uniform, they're in a green uniform, they're in a blue uniform. Okay, great. But it's not about, okay, let's go try to win a football game. It's about how are we getting better each and every play. So our guys are doing a good job of focusing on that, and that's what you have to do. I think that's, and we talk about those things following a win like that, and I talk about there are a lot of teams out there, a lot of teams playing at a very high level that you'll hear them having dips, and you'll hear them having lulls after emotional games. And what I tell them is that those teams are guys that are teams that are going to be inconsistent. They're probably not going to reach the pinnacle because they're playing to win a game as opposed to focusing on those little things. And when you consume yourself with those little things, then the outcomes are going to take care of themselves. And sure, you might not win them all, but it doesn't allow you to be sitting there saying, okay, we beat Prosper. Well, okay, let's show you how you beat Prosper and show you how many things that we did that have to be fixed, because if you played them again like that, you probably don't beat them. So that's just being real with them and being real with who we are and trying to get where we're trying to get. So the same thing, we're on a short week this week, and it won't be anything other than that. When they show up here in a few minutes, it'll be the exact same message.
Yeah. Well, and confirmation for you is in talking to a few of the players after the game, it's real obvious because they're talking about, hey, how they're improved and, the things they've been working on. So it becomes a really positive mindset.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's again, it's very much what we're trying to accomplish, and I am proud because again, some of them are 14 years old and up through 18-year-old, but it is hard, especially because I also am not naive. I know that people start telling them, man, what a great win, or y'all did this, or y'all are doing that, and it's hard, because they're not hearing that here. What they're hearing here is that a completely different message than that, and it's hard to drown out, and we talk about that. We do home visits with every player, and we talk, you can't allow the outside noise to destroy you, and that outside noise sometimes is negative noise, but sometimes it's positive noise. But both of the noises ultimately can have the same effect on a team and a player, right? It takes your focus off what's important and starts getting you either questioning things or feeling a lot better about yourself than you should, rather than let's just focus on what we need to focus on.
I want to belabor that point for just a second, because we talked to both coaches and a couple players yesterday reflecting on Prosper, and honestly it was on some of the negative stuff that happened, and admittedly to a person they were like, yeah, we need to correct that, or and he doesn't mind us saying this, we talked to LeBron, and he said, LeBron, you never fall down, but you fell down. He goes, yeah, that's my whole goal tonight, is to not do that again. And that's he understands what happened, and he's doing his best to correct that. And the same thing with the coaches. I'm gonna be honest. One of your assistant coaches said to me, that was a stupid call I made. And you're like, okay, you realize it wasn't what it should have been, and you, like you say, you take it and then you learn as you go forward. So it's good to know that that's ingrained in everybody you're dealing with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's a mature group all the way around, and again, it doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean that they're immune to getting complacent or whatever at times. Anyone a coach, a kid, anything, but it's certainly a continuous message, and to shorten the answer to your immediate comment back then is I'm proud of the way they responded this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we were watching all the seniors get their names called, it became obvious how many seniors we're losing this year, and it makes you feel even better that we've got so many underclassmen that are coming up, and that's where the tone you're setting for the whole program is really gonna pay dividends. So.
Yeah, defensively we have a lot of seniors on the field. And we knew that, and we knew coming out of last year that that was going to be the case, and certainly hoped it was going to continue to be the case. But there's a lot of those guys that will be there last year playing for Allen, and there's a few on offense as well. But it's again, a night like that, you're just so proud to get to honor those seniors, but then also them. For us, it's a time that we get to celebrate what senior night is, and what senior night is for us is to think back to all the sacrifices that your family has made for you to get to be involved in sports. And we talked that whether they start playing youth sports in kindergarten or first grade or second grade, whenever, they weren't driving themselves to practices. They were relying on others who signed them up for it and said it was going to be okay, and then changed their schedules and altered their lives to be able to make sports a possibility. So it just, for us, we get to talk and spend time reflecting on how significant that is in their lives. Really cool.
It was, and again, like you say, it's a time of reflection, and I'm going to go because of my memory, because we're old. This is year 4 for you, or 5?
4.
Okay, so this group of seniors is a group that you've had since you got here.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the first group that you've had from freshman year on. So that's special for you in a way, I guess.
It is, yeah. Again, started on a June 6th, and I can remember walking to the barn that morning, and many of the faces I saw that very first morning are faces that are, they were dancing in the pep rally Friday morning, and hugging their parents before the game. And
nice.
I'd be lying if I didn't say there was tears rolling down my face during the pep rally just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Really cool.
That's cool. That is really cool. So kudos to you for being emotional. We like that.
These kids make you that way. They do so much for this community and this program.
Yeah.
It's cool to appreciate it.
So district championship was wrapped up last night. So congrats on that.
Oh, thank you.
You have Plano East next week, and I can't look.
A resurgent Plano East.
Yeah, resurgent because they won a game last night, but they've had a rough year for them, and the expectations I think were much higher going into the season. And again, much like last night, it is probably going to be very similar for you guys as far as what you do and what you need to do and what you need to show. So, like you say, it's a quick week. And then playoffs will start. So the season seems to have flown by.
Always does.
Yeah, no, it really does. But it's we keep talking all the way back. We're saying we do it every year, but when you talk about the things we go through, our season starts every year with boot camp. And when fall camp started, we're saying, guys, think how fast it's gone since then. And then weekly we remind them, this is the last home game you play in the stadium, and then okay, you get a home playoff game afterwards, but this was our last guaranteed one. And there's just a lot of last that happens, and it's truly is gone before you know it. So in addition to all that, focusing on improvements and all that, we're really trying to make a point to enjoy the moment and be where their feet are, because it does go so fast.
Yeah, and it is, and we're looking forward to next week. We've got a little rivalry ourselves with Professor Diggs over at Plano East, and You know, it's
Yeah.
it's always fun. He told me last week that he just wanted the mercy rule to kick into effect. So they were,
Can we have a running clock?
yeah. So I told him no. But
At least for the first 3 quarters.
yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, all right. So anyways, congratulations on a big win last night. It was fun on a good night. I know the crowd was down a little bit because of Halloween, but
Finally, football weather.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
You put a jacket on.
We were looking.
you know,
Where's Coach?
I
Where's
wi-
Coach?
I wish I had a jacket last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody in the press box said, "Are you cold?" And I said, "No." I was walking out and I saw one of our guys, I thought, left a jacket on the floor, and I thought it just looked messy on the ground. Just picked it up.
I love it.
I'll use this.
All right. You'll be happy to know that you actually won the week last week in the picks
Ah, nice.
with a 3-2 record. So Chris and Hargis and I are very embarrassed by that. I said we got to pick it up because if you let Coach Wig win the week, we'll never hear the end of it. So, but see, your heart got you with the old Tennessee pick there, and but we'll.
Yeah.
And again, it's that time of year where there's not that many, top 10 games or whatever, but they're important games for the teams that we do have in there. We're going to go back to you. We're going to pull the heartstrings again. You have Oklahoma at Tennessee.
I take Tennessee.
What has happened to Oklahoma, in your opinion?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they were, average last year, and, they get a quarterback and, I think everybody thinks, and I still think probably, I haven't watched them, but, from what I hear, their defense is probably still really, really good. But then the quarterback gets injured and, bounces back, really, really quick from a surgery and, probably disrupt the flow of things going on offensively. Then is it a confidence deal, whatever? But, they also, I feel like, and I might be making this up, but I feel like I heard before the year they had one of the toughest, if not the toughest, schedules in the country.
Yeah.
And it's tough to play in the SEC and really any level. I don't care, 6A football. It's tough to win football games. And,
Yeah. Sounds like an excuse
I
to me.
think that it's going to. I mean, whoever they play, this could be hard to score on them. And Mateer, if he's playing well, it's going to be tough to stop them. But this is a big one because it's going to completely eliminate one of them from meaningful discussions for their season.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's a prohibitive favorite there. Here's another one. Undefeated Navy is coming up to North Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I wish I could say that I had watched Navy. I did see the other day that they were undefeated.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that I would think that North Texas is going to win the game. They're home. I know they're evidently doing great things as well. Man, that's hard though. I feel like Navy's going to win it, but
Go with your heart.
yeah, I think I'm going to go with North Texas just because I don't know anyone at Navy, and the people I know and love at North Texas, cheer them
Go
on.
Mean Green.
Go Q. There you go.
Wish you felt that way about Arkansas.
Well, here we go. Speaking of Arkansas,
Oh, God.
Mississippi State is at Arkansas.
Ooh.
To avoid like the lower end of the SEC.
Just stop the description.
No, really though. I mean, and what's so great. I mean, and it is such a. I mean, again, I think every level, but that league is so tough. And it seems like a couple of weeks ago, people were about to say, Mississippi State's the team of the year. But they're doing all this greatness, and then now, I mean, really, they're at this point of, do they fall down to the 10th place team in the SEC? But I would think that they probably win that game just, out of stability of what's going on. But you also have a desperate team with, people trying to prove themselves both for, just in this day and age for portal sake, there's just a lot of things that the kids on that Arkansas team are trying to prove. Both, can I stay there when the new coach comes? Can I build my resume for where I'm going to go? And coach is trying to prove their worth. So I kind of feel like Mississippi State's going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Arkansas did. So I'm taking Mississippi State.
Okay, great. Yeah, they have lost 11 SEC games in a row, and the last 3 have been all within a touchdown of winning. I think they've held the lead in all 3 of them. And that was a big collapse last week against Texas. I mean, that was huge. Okay, a big one in the Big 12. Cincinnati is at Utah.
Yeah. That's Utah's just a tough place to play, but I saw Cincinnati for 5 minutes early in the year against Nebraska, but then just kind of falling on that quarterback he seems to be really, really, really good. But with that being said, I'll take Utah at home.
All right. Last game of the week, and I've been trying to get you to jump on the Vandy bandwagon for 2 weeks, and you've said no, and they've won both times. Well, now they're going down to Austin to play Texas, and so there you go. Tell me whose bandwagon you're on this week.
Well, I don't see how they could be. It's like I was telling our guys here, and they certainly could, just like they won the last, but there's not a position, there's not a player on either team that if you're standing and you're picking a fantasy team or you're a college GM starting a team, there's not a player on Vanderbilt's team that you would pick position over a player on the Texas team. And I just have to think Texas at home with that much more talent has to win that game. Yeah. I just don't see how they could not.
Yep. I'm with you there, and I'm glad to see you're true to your heart and sticking with off that Vandy bandwagon.
Yeah. Well,
and then watch Vandy beat them by 14.
It's an inspirational season, and I do think they're finding a way to win games, but but they're not. When you look at the SC and the teams they're beating here recently, I don't think that anyone. I don't think their other coaches would say, you know what, let's trade teams and play each other.
Yeah.
I know Sark would. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. You're not going to give up all that talent, whether it's performing great or not.
No. The issue with Stark is what quarterback's going to show up.
Well, Caldwell's playing today, so Arch is out. So
which is such a good point. I think we all know that, but you really, and I've said it so many times, is when a game starts, you look at which quarterback you think is going to play better, and when the game ends, whichever one played better, that team probably won the game.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, Coach, go get busy.
Yep. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Appreciate y'all.
Just
Chili was
FYI,
awesome.
Coach, Cody actually Arch is playing. He cleared, so that even makes it even more
awesome.
Oh, I would go with Vandy a little more.
Nah, it's not Arch. It's that offensive line that's getting them killed. But anyhow, we appreciate your time and your feedback and your thoughts, and have a good week of practice, and we'll get after it again on Thursday night.
All right, y'all have a great week. Appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
See you, Coach.
Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. There he is, Coach Wig, with his weekly visit. What did he say?
Weekly wisdom. Wig's weekly wisdom.
I don't remember that either.
I don't remember that either.
He does it from time to time, and you got to stop. Is he being serious?
I missed an opportunity. Well, here, let me remind you. You were like 30 yards out in the field.
That would have been funny.
God dang it, I missed an opportunity.
That happens from time to time.
I know.
We miss things, so we do appreciate him jumping on. He's a busy guy, and Saturday mornings,
it's always fun.
he understands not the importance of this,
the routine.
But he makes time.
Well,
for
and you
us.
can tell when the team has a better game than when even though they win, they may not necessarily have the best. Yeah, the execution wise, and you could tell last night he's like, "Yeah, we played pretty dang good."
Yeah, you take out the one turnover.
Yep.
Or punter didn't.
And that was a fluke.
The punter didn't make the field last night.
Nope.
Yeah.
Other than maybe to retrieve a ball in the middle of the band.
We didn't get field goal either.
No.
Didn't attempt one. No. It was all business last night, and that, for the most part, it was pretty crisp. Like you said, JD didn't have a great game by his standards. He's been, at a 75% completion rate, and he was at what?
He had to throw a few down.
50s last night.
Yeah. He had to throw a few away.
He was at 52%, which is not his normal. So.
But then he runs for 70.
Then he runs for 80-something yards. Yeah. He turned into a running back last night. So
he did.
He channeled
breakaway speed.
His inner running back. So Allen wins 63-0. 28 first downs to 4 for McKinney Boyd. I don't know if I've ever seen a discrepancy that big. This one's even bigger. 605 total yards of offense.
To
34. 34.
And that's with 10, 15 yards of kneel downs at the end.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they lost yards.
Yes.
Almost 10 yards.
How much was that? That's curious. They almost got back under
They kneeled down 3 times. Yeah.
They lost 15 yards.
Is that 15?
15, 5, 5, and 5. So they theoretically had 620 yards of offense, you know.
Yeah.
And with...
See Prosper do that.
They might have done it against Princeton. I don't know.
Yeah, could have.
301 yards passing, 304 yards rushing. How perfect is that?
Balance.
Pretty impressive.
Um,
Well, it also helps when your backup quarterback is throwing 82% and
yeah.
The
throwing
freshman.
dimes
And
to
throwing
Harris.
Oh, my God.
Pretty passes.
Dowd was 11 of 21 for 178 for 1 touchdown. Ty was 9 of 11 for 123 with a TD and interception. And then Jackson Logan had 1 pass for no yards, but he went 1 for 1, so he was 100%.
Well, and thanks to Jackson Logan for taking that 15 yards of losses
yeah,
on his rushing stats.
JD had 4 for 89, including a 71-yard touchdown run, which was his career long. His previous career long was against Allen last year, about 30 yards. So
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Real breakaway speed.
it was. Andre Jackson, 6 for 68. Love that kid. Can't wait to see him more next year. Hambrick had
Number 16,
66.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hambrick had 66 yards.
Hambrick was a
What
slamming.
What a
Dude.
freaking bull he was last night. He was dragging 4 or 5 players
Did
every
we not
time.
do that every week?
Yeah.
Talk about Hambrick.
Yeah. Well, I like my nickname for him. It's Smashburger, man.
Dude, I'm telling you,
He's-
he pulled 5 or 6 of those guys 5 yards for the first.
Well,
Yeah.
insert
He also had the hit
highlights
of the
here.
night.
Yeah.
He did have the hit of the night. Now, he got a penalty for it, but he did have the hit of the
I
night.
still, they said that was after the. I'm like, no, the whistle blew right when he hit the kid.
Uncleated.
Boy, he did uncleat that, and that was right next to their sideline too.
I asked him, he came by tailgate, and I said, well, who you going to hit tonight? He goes, the whole team.
He's just living up to his word.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, I had to just laugh at him. I was like,
Whoop,
okay.
whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop,
So,
whoop.
these kids are really cool to talk to because you get some gems from them at times. And especially like when you ask them about a play or something that happened.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. They'll
Well,
get
because
animated.
like I told Coach, LeBron came by and I said, LeBron, you never fall down. He goes, I'm never wearing those cleats again. And he had on a brand new pair of cleats.
Yeah, don't blame the cleats. Come on.
Well, I'm not.
They
I'm
had
just-
a little
I'm
bit to do with
telling
it.
you
I know.
what he said.
Yeah.
And he says,
Not
yeah.
what's true.
Yeah. Well, that was true. He had
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And it was a little wet. The field
Well,
was,
the way he planted his foot, it was a little on the toe and very much on the side, and it just
went down. It just
slipped
it
out.
happens.
Yeah.
But he was very conscious of it, and he was.
Fixed it.
How could he not be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he knew what happened, and he knew it. It led to points, and he was,
Well, and
he took
didn't,
responsibility for it. Yeah.
Didn't the coach tell you? Yeah, he didn't cut like we teach him to.
Coach Johnson did say that technique was not what they teach, but 6'1", half dozen, he fell down.
Yeah.
But anyhow, receiving last night, led by Mr. Carter Harris, 3 for 111.
Wow.
And we'll talk about his catches when we get through the play-by-play here in a little bit. Caleb had 3 for 58. And then everybody, what I loved last night was that ball got spread around. Because you had 1, 2, 3, 4,
Everywhere.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people.
Catching passes.
Caught a
That's
pass.
incredible.
And that's really cool to see all those different set of hands out there.
How many players caught a pass for McKinney?
I don't know, but there was a couple drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yep. And that was it.
one that was wide open.
Yeah, B.J. Dixon dropped a
poor
sure
guy.
touchdown. I looked at Nolan. There went the shutout. I could just because you saw he had the DVB. And you're like, there goes the shutout. And it's
On the ground. Yes.
unbelievable.
Yes.
It was in his hands too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had it.
It was great. So a
Until
big
he didn't.
offensive performance, a huge defensive performance again, and that starts in the first series. Allen wins
On
the toss.
Second play.
Yeah.
Defers. McKinney Boyd takes over. They rush for 0 yards.
Yep.
They get a 2-yard pass, and then they get the third down. Quarterback goes back.
Minus 6 yards, gets hit. Ball pops out.
Our defensive player of the game, Japri Wafer,
Comes out of nowhere.
Schmackta.
comes and greets Major Smith, the quarterback, says, "I'll take that." Ball pops out. And Tim Drake, man.
Yeah, way to go. Number
Picks it
12,
up.
Tim Drake. Good job.
21 yards with the scoop and score. Allen takes the lead 7-0, and that just
Dictated the rest of the game.
well, and I don't know. And again, I was expecting the team to play well.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would be focused, but I think that type of play at that point in the game really got everybody fired up.
Oh, yeah.
And it just everybody.
Well, and that carried over to the next series for McKinney because all 3 plays they had were losing
Negative.
yardage.
Yeah.
And they just got blown up. Our defense
Mark
was
and I were sitting there going,
on fire.
-3,
Yeah, we were counting our heads. All right, they're going backwards.
-5.
Because we always hope for that, you know. So McKinney goes 3 and out. They punt. Like James said, they lost yardage on every single play. They had a 2-yard loss on a rush, a 3-yard loss.
And the big losses on the passes. I mean, the
pass.
quarterback dinks that pass over the incoming rusher, and then the receiver gets blowed up.
So another 2-yard loss. So they face 4th and 17. And they punt. That's really weird. Again, the morning news, bless their hearts, they say Lyndon Spriggs returned to punt. It was actually Caleb.
Yeah.
They started the 46-yard line, Allen 46. Spriggs goes for 11. He goes for another 4. And then Dowd completes a 39-yard pass to Caleb, who was wide open behind the defense.
And he just put touchdown.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
And it's 14-0 halfway through the first quarter, and you're like, game over at that point. I was calling it. So now it was just a matter of how much are you going to score.
Yeah.
It was game over 42-0 at halftime.
Yeah, it was over quick. Boyd gets the ball. They actually get a first down.
A 9-play drive, and they got 2 of their 4 first downs on that drive.
2 of the 4 on one drive.
That was a good drive for them. So when you're looking at success, that drive was success for them.
They did.
Really.
Allen gets the ball, goes 14 plays, 69 yards, and then they get a 4th down and 10 on the Boyd 28. Just curious. I thought that would have been a good time to see if your field goal kicker had a 45-yarder.
Yeah.
In his,
Instead of going for it on 4th down.
yeah, they went for it and threw an incomplete pass, but I was like, that might have been.
Turnover on downs. Well,
What can you do there? You know, it was an opportunity to see if you have that range, because you might need that, you know, to win a game. It doesn't matter because Boyd gets the ball and, you know, they go -1, 6, and then they end up punting. Allen takes over, 2 plays. They get a pass to LeBron for 3 yards, and on the second play,
the
run-
dude
option.
breaks it out, man. Oh, he
And
saw that. He saw that running back was so covered and just zoop.
Took
That's
it.
good decision making right there.
Weaved through the defense. It's a 71-yard touchdown run for Dude. It's 21-0.
Yep. Way to go, JD.
McKinney ended up. Boyd had the ball. They had 11 series. and they had 9 punts. And they had one was right before the half. They just ran out the clock, and then one they went for it on 4th down and get it. So when you hear punt over and over again, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, they had the one that ended in the touchdown for Allen.
Oh yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
So they actually had. You're right.
Yep. But that series, the one you're talking about now, that was the turnover on downs on the 4th down.
Yeah, they got down to the.
Or was that a punt? No, that was punt. They
Yeah, it
punted,
was
yeah.
Allen gets the ball back, and only takes them 3 plays this time. They get a 4-yard pass from Snell to Davis, and then a beautiful 49-yard pass to Carter, over the shoulder catch along the sideline.
That was so nice.
That ball was placed right. I mean,
That defender, when he got
Right
up,
in
you
the
could
pocket.
see on the big screen during the replay, he got up after that and just went.
Carter Harris on the reception from Ty Smith.
Shaking his head.
get down to the
Or
10-yard
down.
line. Spriggs takes it in from there. It's 28-0.
He'll give it to number 2. Oh, there we go.
Oh, can't even tackle. Touchdown, Allen. Winning
McKinney Boyd gets the ball back. 5 plays, 0 yards. Actually, it's 3 plays and a punt.
Yep.
They punt it down to our 18. Eagles drive down again with Ty Snell at quarterback,
A nice long 10-play drive this time instead of 2 or 3 plays.
and Snell goes to Carter Harris for a touchdown, which is
Again.
highlight reel stuff on
Oh.
Carter's part, because
He elevated. 6'5", and he elevated, man.
we like the way we've said this time to time where our seats are, because you're front row and we're down towards the band, but you can that angle of the field.
You can
When,
see it
when
so
you see
perfectly.
plays, you can see it happening. And when he threw that ball, I'm like, that ball's going to be picked,
Yeah.
because the corner was in good position.
Yeah, he was
Sitting there
in
waiting on
front
it.
of Carter.
Carter jumped up, leaped in front of him, and took it away and scored. And I was like, "You're
We
kidding
both
me."
jumped
We
up.
did jump up. I think the eagle jumped up too.
Oh, yeah.
And he jumped high. He got high up there.
He elevated. They score, and it's 35-0.
I was sitting back. Where'd he go?
Sometimes it just happens. Boyd gets the ball, and they get into Allen territory. They go for it on 4th down, and they incomplete pass. Allen takes over, goes 9 plays, 66 yards. Spriggs with a 1-yard touchdown run. And it's 42-0, and halftime rolls along, and you're like, okay.
Yep.
Now
and
the question becomes, just how much are you going to score? What's the final going to be?
yeah.
You
We
know,
I gotta
almost
say on
scored
that-
70.
On that last
Then
series,
then we went 15 yards backwards.
yeah. I was just going to say on that last series, that 33-yard pass, Dowd did make a connection with Carter, which
yeah.
he makes it easy for either of those quarterbacks. 33-yard catch, that was thing of beauty, too.
We told both quarterbacks before the game when they came by tailgate, throw the ball forward, throw the ball to 4. And so it's nice to know someone listens to you, you know. Allen takes the ball from the opening kickoff in the second half. They go 65 yards. One of the big play in that was a 53-yard pass to Grant Abercrombie. Down to the 3-yard line, and then Hambrick says, "I'll do the rest." And run over the whole team on my way doing it. Allen goes up 49-0. McKinney Boyd gets the ball and they punt. Imagine that. 3 plays and out. The only bad series of the night for the Eagles happened on the next series as Snell underthrows Abercrombie is who it was.
Yeah.
Because we got onto Abercrombie for not playing
number
quarterback.
14.
Yeah.
Number 14 Abercrombie, but
Pass gets intercepted, but doesn't matter because Boyd punts after a 3 and out.
yeah.
The ball only gets to their 37-yard line. LeBron returns the punt 16 yards down to the 21.
That was nice.
And from there, Hambrick gets his second touchdown of the night from 5 yards out.
Ooh. 5-yard jaunt.
Dude knows how to run the ball.
He does.
So, and he was the whole offense on that series because they got a false start penalty to start it, and then he ran 21 yards, and then he ran the rest of it. So, Boyd goes 3 and out. Imagine that. Punt again. Allen only takes 8 plays this next time. Andre Jackson is in at running back, number 16. For those of you who don't know him, he was up for a while, and they put him down on JV so he'd get more playing time.
Get more reps, yeah.
And he came in last night, and he looked like he was ready to go.
He was ready to go.
Where'd he go?
Let me play with the big boys. Whoop, gone.
He had a 13-yard touchdown run. You know, I really like that kid. I think there's a bright future in front of him as he comes up next year.
He'll just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Allen goes up at that point 63-0. You're like, okay. And that was the end of the game for the most part. Allen had the opportunity to
make it 7.
score, but at the 2-minute, and they decided not to. And so the
the next to the last series that we had, he had a 14-yard pass to Walter Moss. What is his number?
Walter Moss?
Yeah.
Walter Moss might be somebody they brought up from JV.
Yeah, because you never hear it, but good job, Walter.
Yeah, way to be.
Yeah, we love hearing new names.
Yeah, he handed me new rosters yesterday, but they're in the car, so I don't have it.
Wah, wah, wah.
They brought 6 or 7 kids up from JV last night to get some playing time.
Very
and
good.
Everybody played, and at breakfast this morning, I was thinking the one thing I really liked last night was, you know, sometimes when you start playing people down the depth chart, you give up plays or scores or, you know.
Right, miss opportunities and stuff.
You didn't have that last night. Those kids that were out there playing.
No letdown.
They played it right.
They played it really right.
And?
They put LeBron in to kind of be the general back in the secondary for those young kids.
Which is great. I love seeing that you got somebody who's got a high football IQ that gets everybody in the right position.
And is not afraid to express his opinion.
He will coach you up, you know.
Or ask for answers.
Yes.
Yeah.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
Yeah. But I like that because Nolan and I watched him because I was like, okay, everybody's out there not starter, and then I saw LeBron. I was like, okay, but they put him at safety.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, he can see everything.
Player to leader accountability, and that I like that.
So kudos to the coaching staff for doing that. Allen wins 63-0. They are now 7-0 in district, 9-0 in the season.
One more to go.
Around the district last night, Prosper beats Princeton on Thursday night. So that was that. Hurts Princeton's chances.
Yep.
Last night, Plano down 14-0 at the half comes back and beats Rock Hill, which clinches a playoff spot for Plano.
Plano.
So now you run into this week. And I don't know. We should pull up.
Let's talk about the ramifications of Plano securing themselves playoff.
Well, and let me start off by saying we're going to have to come up with a new Plano City champion shirt here. Well, as long as we beat Plano East, and that's in the works.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, folks.
There you go. They'll be for sale.
They will.
All proceeds go to charities, just FYI. So Plano wins, which puts them at 5-3 at district, so they are in. Okay. Plano West is 4-3, but they play Princeton this week. Not Princeton. They play Prosper this week.
Yeah, they have to be Prosper.
The scenario there is, if Prosper wins, it puts Plano West at 4-4. Princeton and Rock Hill. I got to figure this out. I've got to look, see who plays who. But they are both at 3 and 4 in district. I don't think they play each other. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody look that up. See who Rock Hill plays next week.
West has the tiebreaker.
Well, we're not worried about West at the moment.
Yeah.
West has the tiebreaker over those two teams.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But Princeton and Rock Hill, the question is, if in the unlikely scenario that Plano West beats Prosper,
Yeah.
that actually puts Plano West in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they'll be D1.
And it pushes Plano down to Division II, if you could imagine.
Rock Hill plays McKinney.
Okay. So Rock Hill plays McKinney. You would expect Rock Hill to win that game.
They should.
Princeton must play Boyd, because Boyd's only got 7. And so you would expect Princeton to win that game,
ought to win.
which makes them 4 and 4. If Rock Hill wins, they'll be 4 and 4. And if Plano West loses, they'll be 4 and 4.
And Rock Hill beat Princeton, didn't they?
Rock Hill beat both those teams.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, or did West beat?
I thought West beat.
So, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Rock Hill is going to make it.
That is very likely the scenario.
So Prosper's clinched the playoffs. Did they rest players going into Plano West next week?
They have a bigger roster than some of the other teams in our district, for sure.
Rock Hill lost to Princeton. They beat Plano West.
Okay.
So that complicates it even more, because now you've got nobody's beating everybody there. So
Yeah, our district is not the district of doom; it's the district of duh.
so it's very complicated on that side. Very complicated. Over in 6-6A, or 5-6A, which matters to us because that's.
Well, we're not done with our district yet.
I'm done. I don't know what else to say because I don't know.
Prosper's going D2 guaranteed.
Yes.
With the Plano win.
Guaranteed.
So there will be no
no,
rematch.
they're. Oh, Prosper, yes, D2. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
No
so
matter
it
what.
either could be Plano or it's one of those other 3 schools.
Right.
So
As the last
As the
time.
other
So
play.
no rematch.
So,
They'll
adios,
probably be playing
Prosper.
Yeah.
South Lake Carroll at some point.
See you. Good luck. Oh, I'd pay to watch that game.
you know,
Like $8.
Plus parking.
I'm going to say this because I think for the most part they do this every year. Prosper gets in the playoffs, so they let me down. They've done that several years in a row now, and so theoretically you would think they would get to that place where they play.
Because that would be Game 5?
no it'd
Third
be
or fourth
third
round.
or fourth round because it'll be region. It might be the regional final.
Yeah.
I'd have to look, but it'd be.
I think this is the best team they've had in a last few years, though.
It is. They're pretty complete.
pretty salty, but that Carroll team.
That Carroll team
They're on
hasn't
a
played
different level.
anybody, though.
What's that?
They're on a different level.
Yeah,
they haven't played anybody.
You always wonder, just like everybody wonders with Prosper Allen, until you play somebody at your caliber,
When
how does it respond?
I mean, I'm trying to think of who they played. I don't remember all the teams, but I don't think, like with us, we played Prosper. I don't think they've played a team that is
I've got it right
quite
here
the
if you want
equivalent.
Let me
Go ahead.
Got Midland, Hebron,
No,
Byron Nelson,
maybe.
Trinity,
No,
Timber Creek,
Nope.
no,
Keller,
Nope.
VR Eaton,
no,
Northwest,
No.
No.
Bell,
no.
and Keller Central.
So
That's-
they haven't
that's-
really played anybody.
That's a cakewalk right there, man.
It's a pretty nice schedule to have.
Yeah,
So
if you want to rest your players.
yeah, but it's Carroll. You know, Carroll's always good. They're very disciplined. You know how they.
They're
play.
very proud.
Yeah. very.
Well,
proud.
they are,
You're right.
They'll all be bleached blonde.
Yes, they will as the playoffs start.
as well as Plano East.
I'd put a star on that one. That team might go out earlier than expected in the playoffs.
See how that shapes up.
They
This
haven't
is
faced
going to be a fun
adversity yet.
playoff season.
Yeah.
So it looks like the last playoff spot for 5-6A is going to come down to either Flower Mound, Marcus, or Hebron. And I don't know who beat who, but or they might play this week. Hebron played really well last night. They beat the pants off of somebody. I'll tell you here in just a second. Oop, if I learn how to spell. Hebron beat Denton Braswell 42-7.
Okay.
And Hebron actually beat Flower Mound Marcus, so they have the tiebreaker over them. Hebron plays Flower Mound, who is 2-7 on the year. And Flower Mound Marcus finishes up with Coppell. So
that should be a loss.
Should be.
Yeah.
Should be. So it looks like Coppell has wrapped up the D1 1 seed in that that district, and looks like Louisville probably is going to be the opponent, which everybody is kind of predicting.
At our house.
At our house.
I wonder if their QB is a basketball player.
For the third year in a row.
Yeah.
We played Louisville in the first round, so
It's all right. As long as it doesn't rain.
we'll see what happens.
Beat them in the rain, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Just
the way
not as much fun to watch.
no.
the way that you speak theoretically here. First round Louisville, second round South Grand Prairie, who's undefeated, but I looked it up the other day. That this talk about strength of schedule. The teams that had played up until last night were 21-35. So
Yeah.
they really have not. They've won every game. You got to give them that. Third round probably Trinity. I'm not sold on that team
No.
this year.
And they could certainly drop one, a surprise one in the playoffs.
I talked to Ingram yesterday because their third round would be against Permian.
Yep.
Because they're going to win that district, not Legacy, because Permian beat Legacy last week.
Shock.
Yeah.
That team showed so much potential when we played them earlier this season.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because both the last 2 years, that coach has just told Wig, "We'll see you in the fourth round." Well, no, you won't. You didn't. You saw us in one fourth round or third round, and third round and didn't make it. But anyhow, last game of the year, regular season game, guys.
Yeah. Thursday night.
Plano East.
Our beloved Kimbrough.
Which is actually much better than getting out than Prosper.
Yeah.
They've made it better.
Yeah.
So 7 o'clock Thursday night.
Murphy. Welcome to Murphy.
Murphy, Texas.
Well, we're gonna have pizza on the menu.
That's next week or next home game.
For the home game? Or, right. Oh, that's right. We'll just go grab dinner.
Yeah, we'll go eat somewhere. But it's been a fun season, and let's let it continue.
We're already at the end
crazy.
Of the season.
We've only seen half of it, so I can see how you feel that way.
Yeah, that's true. Fan Jam for the basketball team is today, 2 to 4.
Oh, yeah.
Slam dunk contest going on.
You're judging.
I am judging,
Nice.
along with John Hawley, who I love.
Love John.
Jalen Scott is going to be one of the judges, and we'll see how that goes. Bunch of new faces out there this year, so it'll be interesting to see.
Well, you have fun. I'll
I'll
either be sleeping or working on the highlights.
You'll be sleeping.
I'll be there.
Nolan's going to be there.
Good.
I think you're going with me, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're going too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have fun at Fan Jam.
Awesome.
It's fun to watch and see those new kids, and
We got to talk SIP anyway.
yeah, we do have to talk to Coach Sip about some things, but we'll have a good time with that. And so, anybody got anything else?
No.
No. Hook 'em. Yeah. We need a big victory by the Longhorns today.
Put your guns up.
Woo! What was that?
That was a replay of earlier.
Glad I wasn't here for that.
Hey, we're going to have to replace the chair again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We've got to keep moving chairs. So, thanks to everybody who listens. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button, subscribe, and we'll.
Come on, we're our target's 15.
Yeah,
YouTube will recognize us at that number.
There you go. Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
They may sell us off to Disney.
Yeah.
Maybe ESPN will take us in.
That's Disney.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? Folks, thanks for listening. Until next week, it is over and we are out.
takes to get there. Like their punter. Oh!
Oh, gosh. Oh, touchdown, touchdown. Come on. Okay. Interesting. Wow.
It's 3rd and 6 and you get 10. Oh my gosh, it's touch push.
Jeremiah Dowd on the keyboard.
Nice.
Good defense.
Nice. Nice. Tough.
So is every high school playing together?
No, some play on Thursday.
Carter Harris on the reception.
In zone screens. Oh!
Nice.
That's another
First down. Dude.
Push, push.
Called it.
Touchdown, Allen. Lyndon Spriggs.
No, don't call it a catch.
Boo.
Oh, he blew that dude up. Hambrick. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Jaden Hambrick, the ball carrier on the play.
Flight's at 5.
Flight's at 6.
Oh! I can believe I can fly.